Hello again, welcome to New Generation Africa. I am your host, AK Emmanuel Ikechukwu. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you how to prepare an academic study timetable, how to plan it and prepare it, and how also to follow through. Now, I got this question from a friend, somebody in my group, in our community. So he was asking, he said, Emmanuel, how do I create a timetable and follow through with it? So I had to share with my experiences with him, shared with him how I was able to do it while I was a student. And I guess that a lot of persons will be having this question in their mind. So that is what I want to share briefly with you. I would want you to do me two favors. If you've not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe, hit the subscribe button so that you get more videos like this. Okay, then if you like the video, please how can we create a study timetable? How do we plan it? First of all, I would like to tell you that there are a lot of things for you to consider. Okay, majorly I group them to three. Majorly, you have to consider the kind of courses you offer, that your department, what kind of courses do you do. Consider that. Consider your activities, your personal activities. What do you do on a daily basis? Okay, what you do on a daily basis will determine the amount of time available for study, to determine yourself, knowing yourself, what suits you best. Are you the kind of person that likes to study in the morning or likes to study in the evening? I've done a whole lot of videos about studying, understanding yourself. So please go back to our to other previous videos. Okay, you see where I talked about that. Now I'll be jumping right into it. First of all, let's look at this. Your courses. What are the courses you offer? Arrange them in order of difficulty levels. Okay, so this course is the most difficult, it's followed by this one, it's followed by this one. So at the bottom you should be having the least difficult courses. Okay, when you've done that, list the whole courses. It could be 10, 5, depending on your department. Okay, so list all of them, have it handy. The next thing you have to do is determine your priorities. Okay, which one am I finding difficult? Obviously, you have arranged the difficulty levels. Okay, so those ones that you have difficulty, it makes sense that you should spend more time on them. So that's what we are going to do. Then you're going to look at your daily schedule. What kind of things do you do on a daily basis? What is a typical day like for you? So when I was in school, I usually had classes, and this is throughout from my year 1 to the final year. I usually had classes from 8 a.m. in the morning till 5 p.m. Sometimes it spans into 6 p.m. at night, especially when we are doing drawings. But it might not be the same for everybody. It's dependent on your department and what you're studying, the kind of school you attend. So basically, what I'll ask you to do is write down your typical activities. For me, then it was like this. I'll go to classes, and when I'm back, I'll go to, after taking dinner, of course, I'll go to church. I was a church person, so I'll go to church, and then church will dismiss by 8 o'clock, 8:30. So I'll just say give and take 9 o'clock. I should be in my hostel. Okay, so anything I want to do now starts from 9:10 in the night to late into the morning. Okay, so that's how I survived. That was how I prepared my timetable. As a matter of fact, I remember back then our pastor asked us to write our timetables. So he said, everybody, as executives in the fellowship, write your timetable, submit it. I want to vet it. I did mine. I wrote it. I wrote in the morning. I wake up at so time. I attend classes from 8 o'clock. On Monday I have this class. 10 o'clock, 8 to 10 is this course. This to this. Then I have break 12 to 1. This is what I will do with my break. I put it down there, and then the next class continues up till 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock till 6:30. I'm in the hostel. There I put it there. Food / sleep / rest / gist. Yeah, I was being plain, like you don't expect me to read, okay? So I put there time for me to, that I would sleep, I would rest, I would do this. So this time slot. Then if it's on the days we have church activities, I'll put there fellowship. Fellowship closes this time. From that time, I'll come back, I'll cook or eat, rest a bit. Then the next time is study till 1, 2 o'clock early in the morning. So that's how it was. So when I submitted it, pastor met me and was like, do you know that your own timetable is the most honest? That every other person we're putting book. That's not just feasible. How do you just have book? It's not possible. So basically consider your activities, right? Then the next thing is on your timetable there, allocate more time to the based on difficulty level. Allocate more time based on difficulty level. So what you want to do is the courses. Okay, I'll use myself for instance. My study time is at night because of my activities. It was clear it was at night. So what I do is let's say on Monday I'll schedule, let's say a course, a mechanical engineering course. Let's use fluid mechanics for example. So I'll schedule fluid mechanics. It's a difficult course, so I'll give fluid mechanics, let's say 2 hours. Then I usually start, let's say I start by 10, so 10 to 12, 2 hours. If I am awake, I'll now take let's say English or maybe transport management for another 1 hour. That's my timetable. Just those 2 courses. If I can achieve those 2 courses that day, I'm fine. The next time again, I'll another course, but basically assign more time to very difficult courses. You get that? All right. The next thing you have to consider again is this. So every day will not be the same. There are days where you'll be tired. There are days where you need to spend more time doing certain activities other than your study. Understandable. So make sure that your timetable is flexible. Now, I just used the example that Mondays I'll do fluid mechanics 10 to 12. But sometimes I may want to, perhaps I have a test or I've done enough of fluid mechanics and I'm not flowing with mathematics. I can swap. Instead of having mathematics only on Wednesdays, I can now take mathematics Wednesdays and this week Monday. So that way I am readjusted. So basically you should make room for readjustment. Your timetable should be flexible so that you mustn't follow everything the way it is. It helps to follow, but it's not totally possible to follow everything exactly the way it is. So what you want to do is be open for flexibility. Don't beat yourself to it that today I did not study, I was very tired. You are a human being. Get that? Alright, now make sure even in between your study hours, you put maybe 10 minutes rest, 10 minutes stroll. So since I do night reading, so reading for 30 to 45 minutes, I'll take maybe a 10-minute stroll. I'll then talk to my friend, gist about something, check my phone. Yeah, you have to be careful when it comes to checking your phones, but basically I take a break. Okay, rest very important. If you were able to just do one without doing the second one before you get tired, fine. If you are tired, go and sleep. So what I'm trying to say is you have to be flexible, very flexible. Okay, you have to be accountable. Now when I say being accountable, I mean you should do things that will always remind you that, okay, Emmanuel, it's time to study. So for me, I could go with a friend. I could tell a friend, say, okay, my reading partner, I'll say, please, Egolo, when we are going to read tonight, we are going to study this course and this course, okay? Remind me. Or I can say, please tell my roommate, please, Egolo was also my roommate, so I can say, please wake me up at so time. I set my alarms, but personally, it doesn't wake me up. Funny enough, yeah. But so I need somebody to always wake me, always remind me. So I'll tell my friend and study partner, I will say, please, when it's time, please wake me up. When it's time, let's go together. When it's time, during the break, we can ask questions. Okay, in today's reading, nobody's going to read. We're going to discuss what we've learned so far. So you see, that accountability pushes you, it forces you to do the work. So on a normal or Left alone, I would be very tired. I could fall into procrastination. But because I have somebody to report to, somebody that I am looking up to, someone that is also looking up to me, somebody that we are rapporting on that, okay, then you find out that I would not want to slack. So you get it. Have an accountability partner or be accountable to yourself. It could mean you write down every day plans. Yeah, very important. Write down plans. But that's a part of accountability. Knowing that okay, if I don't do this today, there'll be no big repercussion. But then, come on, you don't want to fail yourself. You don't want to fail your partner. So basically, it helps. So to cut everything or to summarize everything, I've shared with us the steps to make a study timetable. I said first of all, it depends on the courses you offer, the and the difficulty levels. It depends on your activities, your daily activities, and it depends on yourself. What time is best suited for you to study. I told us again that when planning your timetable, remember to give more time to difficult courses. Remember to factor in your daily activities. By so from morning till this time we have classes. This time to this time I have to take lunch, I have to take dinner. This time to this time I have church activity. I have one association departmental meeting. You know, put it there. Then this time to this time is for studying this particular course on Monday. If there is still time, this time to this time, you get. So basically, factor in your activities. Make sure that okay, your activities are well covered. Then any spare time you have, you can have fixed in your study. Then again, I also mentioned that you should inculcate or factor in rest and sleep. Very important. Factor in rest even in between your study period. So on your timetable, there should be time for rest when you will sleep. Maybe if you are the kind of person that loves taking siesta, put in time for your siesta, and then put in time to eat lunch. In between your studies, take break, maybe 10 minutes break, whatever it is, do. Just make sure that you rest, okay? And when you do this, I believe you will have a wonderful study routine. Yes, I also mentioned that you should have an accountability partner, somebody that you'll be accountable to, somebody that will spur you, that will ginger you to do the work. Okay, somebody that will ginger you to do the work. You really need that. It's very, very important. I hope this helped you. Please like the video, check my channel for more videos like this, and then share it. Thank you.